David is currently poised to become the headline free agent this summer. He has scored 104 goals in 218 games since joining Lille from Belgian side Ghent in 2020 and has already scored 20 goals for the third season running this term. His profile, which features a deadly eye for goal and blistering pace, makes him an attractive option for a plethora of clubs ahead of the summer. It is not very often a striker of his capabilities may be available for free. United desperately need to sign an established striker this summer after they gambled away north of £100 million on two unproven attackers in Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee in back-to-back summer windows. David, despite only recently turning 25, has a proven pedigree in front goal, scoring 72 goals for Lille since the start of the 2022-23 campaign. Of course, David's impressive return in front of goal means that a lot of clubs will be monitoring his situation, many of whom will be strongly fancied to play in the Champions League next term. United's only hope of achieving that ambition is by winning the Europa League. Gomez, too, is also likely to attract interest from a wealth of clubs. The midfielder, who left United in 2020 after turning down a new contract, could soon be available without the need for a transfer fee, and he is another prospective signing who would make sense for United. United are likely to say farewell to Eriksen when his contract expires at the end of the season, meaning he will need replacing to bolster the numbers in midfield. Casemiro is also highly likely to be moved on. Gomez, 24, has enjoyed an impressive rise since leaving Old Trafford almost 5 years ago and was handed his senior debut for England earlier this season. He would bring an element of control to United's midfield with his passing range and nimble movement. United need to replace Eriksen and Casemiro, who will both turn 33 this month, with younger operators, and Gomez is almost 10 years their junior. Ineos have taken a liking to younger players, and the England ace would fit that profile. After years of overspending and making catastrophic errors on the recruitment front, United could strengthen two key positions this summer without having to fork out a transfer fee. Ruben Amorim's five-man transfer shortlist emerges as Man United's scout priority target. Manchester United transfer news as men's sport bring you the latest news, opinion, and analysis on the transfer front. The January transfer window has been closed for a week now, and despite Manchester United winning at the weekend, strong focus remains on improving Ruben Amorim's squad. Patrick Dorgu and Aiden Heaven arrived in the winter window, but there remains plenty to do in the transfer market for United to return to the pinnacle of English football. At least 3 positions require reinforcements. Unlike previous windows, it seems as though those in charge at Old Trafford are putting in the groundwork to ensure business is done early. Here, the Manchester Evening News takes a look at the latest from around the club in the last knockings of the January window. Giovanni Quenda is a player that has been linked with a move to United ever since Amorim swapped Lisbon for Manchester. It's expected that they will look to sign him once the season ends. According to Portuguese outlet Record, officials were in attendance for Sporting's 1-1 draw with Porto on Friday to watch the teenager. The report also adds that they will watch him again on Tuesday against Borussia Dortmund. Previous reports have stated that United have already agreed a £50 million fee for Quenda. The 17-year-old is viewed as a perfect candidate to improve Amorim's wing-back options. Now, this is a surprising one, but one that could make sense. According to Spanish outlet Fichajes, United are considering a swoop for Everton striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The forward's contract at Goodison Park expires in the summer and is reportedly one of 5 players United want to sign this summer on a free transfer. Jonathan David, Angel Gomes, Leroy Sane, and Jonathan Tah are all on their radar. The other 4, however, would all improve the squad. However, it'll almost be impossible to land them all with other big teams putting in the word to land them. FFP concerns mean United simply have to look at these options and move quickly before their rivals do. Man United identify Christian Eriksen replacement as £50 million transfer price tag emerges. Latest Manchester United transfer news as Ruben Amorim looks at strengthening his midfield in the summer with Casemiro and Christian Eriksen's future. Uncertain Manchester United are eyeing up an ambitious move to sign talented Sweden midfielder Hugo Larsson as Ruben Amorim tries to rebuild his aging midfield. United are expected to offload Casemiro and Christian Eriksen, who both turn 33 this summer. Brazil's star, Casemiro, has started just 4 matches since Amorim became their new permanent manager, while Denmark ace Eriksen has played just 396 minutes across that period. With his budget expected to be restricted due to financial constraints, Amorim is going to have to look at younger and less experienced players. And Larsson is someone that he is interested in, having impressed in the Bundesliga and Europa League this season. The Sweden international has 8 caps for his country, scored 4 goals, and added 1 assist in 30 appearances across all competitions in 2024-25. It's added that a host of European clubs have also had their eye on the former Malmö midfielder. He is reported to be valued at around £50 million, and Frankfurt are willing to cash in if a club is prepared to meet their asking price. If Larsson is sold for that amount, it would represent a significant profit on the £7.5 million Frankfurt paid to sign him. A ball-playing defensive midfielder, Larsson has been compared to Declan Rice for his impressive performances. His strengths include tackling, ball progression, physicality, and passing. In fact, Larsson has averaged 36 passes and 1.3 tackles per game this season, a player that would add steel to United's midfield. As for United's current team, they edged through to the 5th round of the FA Cup with a 2-1 win over Leicester City at Old Trafford on Friday. Amorim's men went behind in the first half through Bobby de Cordova-Reid's opener, but they turned it around as Joshua Zirkzee fired an equalizer before Harry Maguire's controversial stoppage time winner won them the game. Today is just the feeling of the win, and the fans will go home with that feeling of when they perform really well. They help us a lot to change the game, Amorim said in his post-match press. Bayern Munich joined Chelsea in targeting £80 million Man United star, with move possible. Both Bayern Munich and Chelsea are reportedly looking to sign Kobbie Mainoo this summer, with Manchester United believed to have set their price for the young star. Why would United sell Mainoo? As reported by Fichajes, United are planning a complete restructuring of their squad in the summer. With finances tight around Old Trafford, player sales will prove vital ahead of any incomings. Bayern Munich joined Chelsea in targeting £80 million Man United star, with move possible. Both Bayern Munich and Chelsea are reportedly looking to sign Kobbie Mainoo this summer, with Manchester United believed to have set their price for the young star. Mainoo, 19, has remained one of the few highlights of the last 2 seasons for United, with his emergence a sign of what the Red Devils academy system can still produce. Picking up his first Premier League start back in November of 2023, the young Englishman has gone on to become a vital part of the setup for both club and country. Despite this, uncertainty about Mainoo's position at the club, both on the pitch and off, it has remained, with rumors persisting that United would listen to offers for the midfielder. Why would United sell Mainoo? As reported by Fichajes, United are planning a complete restructuring of their squad in the summer. With finances tight around Old Trafford, player sales will prove vital ahead of any incomings. With an absence of sellable assets at the club, Mainoo, who will be just 20 years old by the time the summer window comes around, represents one of the few United players who could command a substantial fee. Mainoo, who has had interest of late from several sides, including Premier League rivals Chelsea, is reported to be up for sale if a fee of £80 million is offered. Also, maintaining an interest in Mainoo is Bayern Munich, with the Bundesliga side believed to be keeping tabs on the teenage superstar. United have previously been linked with several members of the Bayern midfield, with Sky Deutschland reporting back in December that the Red Devils had been keeping tabs on Konrad Laimer, whilst Leon Goretzka has often been reported as a target of multiple Premier League sides, including United. Manchester United's Mainoo issue. With his obvious talents on the ball at such a young age, Mainoo represents a player any top team would be lucky to have. But over recent weeks, where exactly Mainoo fits in, United manager Ruben Amorim's system has become unclear. Played almost exclusively as part of the midfield two by Amorim's successor Erik ten Hag, Amorim has experimented with Mainoo's position of late. Manchester United receive massive boost in elite wonderkid signing. Manchester United have received a major boost in their pursuit of a talented wonderkid, with new developments making a move more likely. Manchester United's summer transfer strategy is taking shape, with the club prioritizing young high-potential talents as part of a long-term squad rebuild. The Red Devils have been monitoring this player for some time, and new developments could make his signing more realistic than ever. The wonderkid in question is Sunderland's Chris Rigg, who is now expected to be available for a transfer this summer. The highly rated 17-year-old attacking midfielder is drawing interest from top clubs, including Liverpool and Arsenal, but United are firmly in the race. Caught offside sources indicate that Sunderland are prepared to let Rigg leave, with a price tag set at around £25 million. United see Rigg as a potential long-term midfield asset, especially as the club prepares to overhaul its squad under Amorim's leadership. With competition from multiple Premier League and European clubs, United will need to act fast if they want to secure one of the brightest young talents in English football. Manchester United want to sign this Everton star for free. Manchester United are looking for quite a number of options in the transfer market who will become free agents and want Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Fichajes has reported that Manchester United are looking for quite a number of options in the transfer market who will become free agents at the end of the season. One such option who has caught the eye of the Red Devils is Everton striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The Englishman will become a free agent at the end of the season and is seen as a pretty good option for the Old Trafford club, who are in need of a striker. He is renowned for his physical prowess and aerial dominance. His key traits include exceptional heading ability, making him a constant threat from set pieces and crosses. Calvert-Lewin combines strength with surprising agility, enabling him to outmuscle defenders while maintaining speed on the counterattack. His finishing is clinical, whether it's with his head or feet, and he shows a commendable work rate both in attack and tracking back. His hold-up play facilitates team involvement, contributing significantly to Everton's offensive strategies. Therefore, quality-wise as well, he could turn out to be a very good option. Calvert-Lewin has scored 3 goals in 22 matches so far in the Premier League 2025 season. Overall, Calvert-Lewin's goals scored per 90 minutes is 0.17. Moreover, his total goals plus assists is 4 for this season. His goal involvement equates to 0.23 per 90 minutes. His non-penalty XG per 90 minutes is 0.29. He has appeared in 22 matches this season in the Premier League, playing a total of 1,582 minutes. The Everton striker might look at Manchester United as an opportunity to play for a big Premier League club, but will definitely demand higher wages to move to Old Trafford. It remains to be seen what happens finally. Scott McTominay has now managed what no Serie A player has done all season. Ex-Man UTD star, seriously impressive. After the best goal-scoring season of his Manchester United career, the club decided to cash in on Scott McTominay. Manchester United sold Scott McTominay at the end of the summer transfer window, with the move funding a deal for Manuel Ugarte. The two players cannot be compared, with Ugarte a defensive midfielder and McTominay really coming into his own as an attacking goal threat. In an ideal world, United would have been able to raise funds by selling Casemiro. Instead, the Brazilian remains rooted on the club's bench. Scott McTominay thriving in Italy. Scott McTominay is making the most of his career restart in Italy, having signed with Antonio Conte's Napoli. McTominay has received glowing admiration from the Italian press, impressed with his physical dominance and ability to get on the score sheet. He did it again on February 9th, scoring Napoli's goal in their 1-1 draw with Udinese. Over the past 6 games, McTominay has scored 3 goals. This season in total, he has 7 in all competitions, plus 4 assists. And now, McTominay's goal scoring has made him the best all-rounder in Italy. As revealed via Opta, McTominay is the only player in Serie A this season to score a goal with his left foot, his right foot, and his head. For a player with a well-earned reputation for being versatile, it is little surprise to any Manchester United fan. Scott McTominay scored 10 goals for Manchester United in 2023. Debate over whether McTominay should have been kept is fruitless. But United do need to find more players who can hit the back of the net. That is crystal clear. Manchester United can seal 2 dream transfers this summer, and they would be free. Man United should be keeping a very close eye on 2 contract situations ahead of this summer's transfer window. How Manchester United perform in the FA Cup and the Europa League between now and the end of the season could determine what market they are shopping in this summer. United progressed to the 5th round of the FA Cup with a hard-fought 2-1 win over Leicester City on Friday night, keeping their hopes of winning 2 trophies this season alive. The Reds currently find themselves 13th in the Premier League table, 14 points shy of the top 4 and 12 clear of the relegation zone. As a result, the chances are their league campaign will soon fizzle out. United have established themselves as a cup team in recent years, and in the form of the FA Cup and the Europa League, they have a chance to maintain that trend. Winning either competition would salvage something from this campaign. The added bonuses of winning the FA Cup or the Europa League are that European qualification is part of the reward. The winners of the FA Cup will secure Europa League qualification, and the Europa League winners will clinch Champions League qualification. The Champions League is, of course, the most lucrative club competition in football, and the financial benefits that come with it are game-changing. United currently find themselves in a position where they are having to watch their every step to comply with the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. They had to cut their cloth in January, and that was reflected by letting the likes of Marcus Rashford and Antony head out on loan. In the event of financial issues once again being a roadblock for United this summer, they may have to consider looking at the free agent market. United have turned to that method of recruitment in the past, signing Christian Eriksen in the summer of 2022 on a free transfer. United could find themselves doing the same this summer, regardless of whether they can offer Champions League football in their sales pitch or not. That is because Lila duo Angel Gomez and Jonathan David are out of contract at the Stade Pierre-Mauroy at the end of this season and are yet to sign new deals. Former Man United ace Paul Pogba responds as blockbuster move announced and £90 million contract signed. The former Manchester United man is set to return to football next month after an 18-month doping ban. NBA sensation. Jimmy Butler name-dropped Paul Pogba as he sealed a blockbuster move to the Golden State Warriors and signed a £90 million contract. Former Manchester United star Pogba is close friends with Butler and often travels to America to watch him play. Butler left Miami Heat to join the Warriors on trade deadline day, February 6th. I've been going at it. I've been training. I've been doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I know that I have my joy back now. I'm in a different situation, different group of guys. During his unveiling, he was asked why he picked the number 10 shirt and mentioned 3 names: Marquise Grayson, Neymar Jr., and Pogba. This indicates he chose the number in a tribute to them. Pogba took to his Instagram stories to repost the video as he responded to Butler's big move. Although Pogba wore the number 6 shirt during his time at Old Trafford, the Frenchman donned the number 10 during his time at Juventus. The midfielder, who was released by Juventus last year, remains a free agent ahead of returning to football in March. Pogba had a 4-year ban reduced on appeal to 18 months after testing positive for the prohibited substance DHEA. As he is poised to come back to football next month, he has been associated with a move to several clubs, including United. Rio Ferdinand, meanwhile, has urged United to invite Pogba to train with them with a view to potentially earning a deal. "You'd like to think he would be going somewhere. Surely he's got to go somewhere," he said. "Pogba at United? I'd go, come in and train with us and let's see what you've got. I'd do that. I would have done that already. I'd say, come in and get fit, and let's have a little look." Ruben Amorim can be proven right at Manchester United this week, but it is down to his players. Man United have a clear midweek this week to prepare for Sunday's Premier League clash with Tottenham Hotspur in the capital. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim will enjoy the rare luxury of a clear midweek this week after his side automatically qualified for the last 16 of the Europa League last month. United finished the league phase of the new Europa League format third in the table, meaning they are one of 8 clubs who have automatically progressed to the first knockout round of the competition. Those who finished between 9th and 24th now face a 2-legged playoff tie to try and join United in the last 16, with the first legs of those ties taking place this Thursday evening. The return legs will take place the following Thursday. United went into their concluding league phase fixture against FCSB in Bucharest just under a fortnight ago, with the knowledge that a win would be enough to see them through. Second-half goals from Diogo Dalot and Kobbie Mainoo sealed a routine 2-0 win. Amorim wanted to avoid the playoff round at all costs, saying ahead of the 2-1 win over Rangers a week earlier, "We need to win it because it is really important for the classification to try and avoid 2 games in the playoffs to have more time to train, so everything is important in this moment." As a result of winning 5 and drawing 3 of their 8 league phase outings, United can plan for Sunday's Premier League clash with Tottenham Hotspur at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium without the distraction of a midweek assignment. United have experienced something of a fixture marathon since Amorim's first game in charge on November 24th, playing 20 games in just under 11 weeks. The longest period they went without a game during that time was just 7 days. That 7-day period came between United's 2-2 draw with Liverpool at Anfield, which they had 6 days to prepare for since their previous outing, and their FA Cup third-round triumph over Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Obviously, it always helps when you have time to train and to prepare the games a little bit more, said United captain Bruno Fernandes the day after the victory at Arsenal. It is important. As a result of qualifying for the Europa League last 16 automatically, 9 days will have passed since United's last outing when they arrive at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday afternoon. It will mark the longest gap they have had between matches since the November international break. The Portuguese chief has regularly banged the drum about the importance of getting to spend time on the training pitches at Carrington ever since arriving from Sporting Lisbon 3 months ago. His 3-4-2-1 system has forced United's players to adapt to a completely new way of life. Any transitional period is going to F.